Hey there, and welcome to the Farmer Spreadsheet Academy. And today's spreadsheet tip is inspired by a question from Tina Davies from Emmerdale Eden Farm in Prince Edward Island. Tina wanted to know more about our seed inventory systems, and I thought this would be a great way to illustrate today's spreadsheet tip, which is how every row tells a story. Let's go over to that spreadsheet. This is a spreadsheet that I prepared that kind of illustrates how you might keep inventory of something. It could be carrots, onions, or in this case, seeds. So there's a couple columns for what we're working with, the product code or SKU and the name of the product. And then each product has a different lot number. And then there's what we start with. So actually, I got the wrong sheet. Let's start off right up here. So it's the same sheet we're looking at. Yeah. So here's what we got. This is the lot of each thing. And then the weight of what we start with. In the case of seeds, we're talking about grams because that's how we measure them. And then there's the amount that we've packed. And then what's left after packing that. And I like to mark red all the columns that have formulas so I can know what is updating and what isn't. That's why this is in red. So this formula here is the start weight minus the amount packed. Now, you got the information you're looking for here. And if you were tracking your inventory this way, every time you pack something, so let's say you start off your year and you pack up maybe 100 grams, and you got that there. And then you pack another 200 grams, you could write that in, and there it is. And so over time, you could know how much you packed. Simple, or is it? The real challenge with this is that there's a lot of stories packed into this one cell. Every time you pack seed is a different story. And this one row is trying to tell way too many stories. So why don't we separate this row into many stories, one story each about each time we pack the seed, and see how that simplifies the spreadsheet. So we'll go to the next tab. And on this tab, we have this. We've added a column for the date, so when this specific story is happening, when we're packing up the seed, and then what we're packing, again, the code and name, lot again. And then here is how many packets we're packing, what weight of each packet we're doing, and then the weight used on each packing day. And this is a formula of the quantity packed times the packet weight. So on January 5th, we packed some provider beans, good old BN203, from lot TS 2017-034. We packed 96 packets at 15 grams per packet, and that meant we used 1,440 grams total. On January 25th, we packed some more of this provider bean, this time of a different lot. So this is TS 2018-020. We packed 75 packets, again at 15 grams each, and this was just over a kilogram, 1,125 kilograms. And then scrolling down, on February 15th, we packed some more of the same lot, and on March 1st, we packed some more of the same lot. So here, we have a different row for each time we packed seed, and this tells a simple story in each row. We know exactly what happened. Now, the challenge comes to think about the whole lot that got packed up. And for this, let's go back to that first sheet we started. And in this case, we have, again, as we looked at the beginning, we have the crop in question with the lot number and how much was started, and then we can figure out how much was packed. So let's go back to handy farmer spreadsheet tip number 4, sum if, and we'll do equals sum if, open parentheses, let's just close this help bar, open parentheses, and then we'll highlight the range that we're referring to. So it's the lots in this case. Let's anchor that range. So we'll use F4. To anchor that, and we looked at that in farmer spreadsheet tip number 5. And then we'll go back to the previous sheet and highlight the lot that we're referring to, and then we'll go back to the range that we're adding up. So in this case, it's the weight used, and then we'll lock that, again, using just F4, and we'll close the parentheses. And here we have the amount that was packed up. And so this is the story of this lot, and it summarizes a bunch of little stories into here. So we can copy, paste. No, actually, we don't want to copy it that way. We want to copy the whole formula. And then it adds up all the different stories from the different page. And so here you can see that you have two sets of stories. One is a story of each packing day, and then here is a story of the whole lot, how it's changed over the year. And with these two pieces of information, you know exactly what's happened. And in all your spreadsheets, you should have, each row should be just telling one story. And when there's too many, and if there's too complicated, there's a good chance that you've packed too much information into that row, and you actually should be creating other spreadsheets to tell simpler stories that you then refer to. So that was how every row should tell a story. Now, thanks for watching, and thank you, Tina Davies, for the question. I love hearing from farmers about the spreadsheet or management problems they're trying to tackle. And if you are trying to figure out something on your farm and you suspect a spreadsheet is part of the answer, please send me an email, leave me a comment, or message me, and I'd love to take a look at it. So thanks, and in the meantime, happy farming.